gas, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub. Thinking everything was all right.
Welcome back. We're splishing and splashing here. Home wizard Cindy Dole here. We talk about anything and everything tied to that home of yours, inside, outside, and even in the plumbing. And that's why we have Ed Del Grande with us to help us through all those things that can go wrong. Ed, thanks for spending part of your Thanksgiving weekend with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
All right, let's talk about some of the other things that could be going wrong this weekend and any other day of the week.
So, by the way, I always want to double check on things just to make sure.
Sure.
I'm right now at one of the major websites of one of the major garbage disposal manufacturers.
Yep.
And if you Google chicken bones and disposers, this is right on their website. It says chicken bones, fruit rinds, coffee grounds, and more. You go right down the drain and into the garbage disposal where they're virtually liquefied to safely flow into your sewer system.
So there you go.
It's right there and on their websites. Now, but that doesn't mean I don't disagree with what Gary said. If you're looking to conserve water, a disposer is not your piece of equipment to do that.
Now, have garbage disposals become a little more efficient and probably just a little more accurate in how they're grinding things up?
Oh, they're running great. Like I told you, they've really improved them. They have auto reverse right now, which means if a bone does get stuck in there, it'll automatically reverse to try to stop a jam up. And for septic systems, they even have liquid cartridges on them that's an enzyme that breaks things up in your disposer system. So when it goes into your own personal septic tank, it's going to help break down the matter in your yard. But they've come a long way.
Oh, wow. That does sound like it's come a long way. Maybe we should be replacing our garbage disposal, every 7-10 years, something like that, or no?
No, I would do it till it breaks. I mean, they a lot of them have some good warranties, and like anything else, use it till it doesn't work and then replace it. If you try to play guessing games, a lot of times you can be cheating yourself out of years of service.
All right, we're going to get to some of the green saving methods because I know that you were at a great green build conference where they have all the latest and greatest things, and I want to hear what you discovered while there. And I guess it was Chicago, right? Is that where it was?
Yeah, and I was in the cola booth for the entire show, and we missed not seeing you there, but the cola booth was hopping. We had a lot of fun, and we showed off a lot of the new water-saving toilets, faucets, and shower heads. So the cola company is doing their part to conserve water as well, and I'm proud to go around the country and talk about how to conserve water.
Yeah, well, we'll be getting to some of that throughout the next half an hour, too. And I first wanted to ask, in terms of just speaking of water, if we have low water pressure, what do you think that means? And is this something that we can even tackle on our own, or is it time to call someone like you?
No, that's where you're going to need a professional. Low water pressure, if you're on, let's say, a public utility, you could be at the end of a line or in an area that just doesn't get a lot of pressure, and the plumber can install a pressure booster system, which is basically your own private pump with a pressure tank, and you could raise that temperature up to whatever you need. One thing with water pressure, you never want water pressure over 80 pounds per square inch into a home. That's against codes in most areas, and that could start to damage the system.
Okay. And then in terms of, also speaking of water, if it's a slow draining water, what does that mean, you think, in terms of in the sink? You know, it just seems like
slow draining water could be drains partially clogged, like we were just discussing with Gary. If the drains do get partially clogged, that could slow things down. If you're on a septic system, maybe the system is not leaching water into the ground, and that's building up there. But that usually means just partially blocked drains or maybe a bad septic system. But once the drains are cleared out, everything should go back to normal.
Is there some kind of product? I know that most of the plumbers I know say don't get the liquid Drano or any of that, kind of stuff, that it does more harm than good. Is that how you think?
No,
is there...
what I personally leave it to is a personal decision, whatever works for you. I know, like a snake, when it goes down, it will just auger through if it's a real severe clog. And I tell everybody, whatever works for them. Everybody has their own tricks for plunging, whether it's pouring something down there or just running a small snake down the drain line. But you will get a clog that's so tough that nothing will clear it, and that's when a plumber has to come in, actually cut out the bad section. I like to call them like a hot bypass. We cut out the bad section and install a new section of drain line, and that way everything will be cleared out. All
right, well, we're going to segue into the second hour, and you are invited to call in as we continue our conversation with Master Plumber Ed Del Grande. The number is 888-KFWB 980. We're going to learn about some of the ways that you can make a change with your plumbing in terms of saving water, being more efficient, because you know that the toilet is the biggest water waster that you've got at home. So call on at 888-539-2980. This is Cindy Dole. Seth, kick it up a notch. We're getting ready for Hour 2 of Home Wizards.
If we had the power to bring our neighbors home from war, they would have never missed a Christmas. what you get